On the video today, I am answering a question that has been on my mind for a long time, and this came in as a question from one of my subscribers. If you are someone who is struggling with income, specifically struggling with saving money, growing money, and understanding the dynamics of money, and you have been at this for a very long time, then this video is going to be helpful for you. I want to share with you maybe three or four specific habits that tend to keep people poor. I have talked about this also in other videos, but this is again, I was I reread this email last night and I thought, okay, I'm going to record this. I was not sure if I did answer this question before or not, but looks like I did not, so here I am. So if I did answer this question earlier, then you pardon me for that. But I'm assuming that this is the first time I'm recording this. I don't have a recollection of this. I do these videos every day, so maybe I have. So if I have, then pardon me. But if I find the old video, one of these videos, I'm going to delete anyway. So don't worry about it. Okay. So what are the 5 habits that keep people poor? You're making a lot of money. You are ambitious, you are doing all the right things, you're putting in the effort, you're working hard, but then you still are poor. What are, if you start kind of distilling into why this is happening, you start to see there are habits. The least count of any goal in life is habit. So if we fix the habits, everything in that chain above gets fixed. And habits are actually much cheaper to fix as compared to everything else. Okay. So let's do this. Let's talk about what these 5 habits are. The first and the foremost is spending before saving. Okay. People prioritize their lifestyle before building reserves. This is a habit that has to be stopped. This is a habit that has to be taken control of. And again, there's so many different ways to deal with that. But in the best interest of time, and today's video is only about these 5 habits. It's not about what you have to do. I know you probably know what you have to do. But the most important part here is that acknowledging the fact that you're spending before you're saving. So I talked about the invisible saving technique, which is money is coming into your paycheck. Your paycheck, before the money hits your bank account, gets distributed into different accounts that are invisible to you, which again move the money into a specific investment that is taking incremental money coming into the investment. There are many mutual funds, depending upon which country you're watching this from, but at least in the US, there are many mutual funds that you can, that automatically, incrementally on a daily basis, you can invest. And you set up the fund, but then every day the money goes into the fund from your accounts. And this money, the passage of this money is invisible. So that means you don't see the money, it directly goes into that account and gets invested. And that's how you become wealthier if you stay consistent with that. Okay. The second biggest habit that which I am a victim of for a long time, which is avoiding building skills. Okay. Or avoiding skill growth. So there are already skills, but you're not investing time to grow them. Not investing to learn new skills, and not investing in marketable expertise. The marketable expertise part is the most important part here. So if you are not investing your time and effort in learning a skill that you know for sure is going to generate revenue for you, then I think that's a problem. It's a habit. So you've chosen not to deal with your skills and not invest in your skills. So that will keep you poor. Okay. The third and the foremost is that living in debt. So this is a big one, because you're borrowing money on credit cards, and every time you borrow money on credit cards, you are actually fueling the consumption. I have done that, and I don't like that. And by the way, all these things that I'm sharing with you, I have done at some point or the other. I have been a victim of one of these habits, which I struggled very hard to overcome. And the discovery of this habit has to do with my friends who told me that I'm doing something incorrect, and it has to do with my family told me that you're doing incorrect, and then it also has to do with me, where I started to build that required amount of self-awareness to deal with this. So through my self-awareness and self-discovery, I found that, okay, these are things that are limiting me. So what do I need to do? Okay. So that said, I suggest that you also indulge in some self-awareness and self-exploration exercises. I'll find some videos. I'm going to drop them here, some links. Go check them out. And one more habit which is very, very deadly, actually proved to be very deadly later on in my life, which is going after short-term gains and having the short-term mindset. So going after this home runs and ignoring the fact that I need to prioritize compounding assets over quick wins. Huge mistake. Done that, and not a good thing. Not a good. So you're better off having one house rather than trying to go buy 20 houses and losing them all, because there are 19 other houses that are available to you for nothing. You end up trying to get your hands on those 19. Whatever, I'm giving houses as an example, but it could be anything. So you're only in for one, but you pick up the other 19 because you can, because they're available. And now next thing you know, that something changes. You went for the quick win, you wanted to become wealthy, but then you did not understand that it's the first asset that has to be completely acquired, and then the returns from that asset has to be used to buy the next asset. This is the principle, and every time I've seen anybody violate this principle, they paid through a lot, okay, with time, with age, and all that. Okay. The last one, I talked about this also before. I as I'm going through these things, I'm starting to realize that I might have recorded a video on this. Not tracking the income, the expenses, no budgets, and overall no financial metrics. You're not tracking, then I think you are making a mistake. One of the most effective tracking tools I used to use back in the day was Mint. And since Mint got acquired, there are a couple of other good tracking tools. But point is, you could track it on Excel. It doesn't matter whatever tool you can. You should use a tool, or you should use a mindset before you can think about a tool. Mindset is important. So go, without tracking, whether you are making money, not making money, if you really are not tracking your expenses, not tracking where the money is going, then there is a problem. There is it's amazing when you have enough data and evidence on which you make a decision. That decision has inherent power to it, as compared to saying, okay, fine, I eat 10 times out, or I spend maybe $300 on groceries. Maybe 300 may not be, who knows, right? Anyway, so these are the 5. If I get some more as I think through, I listen to this video, if some other things come to my mind, I'll come back here and talk about them tomorrow. But this is specifically for those people who make money but then are struggling for their existence. And if you're making money, you should become rich. That's the bottom line. If you're not making money, that's a different story. But you're making money, you should become rich, and you can't afford to stay poor. Okay, so that's what it is. Okay, I'm going to stop here, and the sun is also setting, so I want to make sure that I just don't be any more darker than I am here. Okay, that's all for now. Wherever you are, you be safe, and if you like this video, I'll reach a few more people. If you subscribe to this channel, I'm in front of you every day, and I show up like this, and I always I make a sincere attempt to have a very direct, no filter, and to the point, and authentic conversation with you with these videos. Okay, that's all for now. Wherever you are, again, be safe, and I'll talk to you as early as tomorrow. Bye now.